How many times have those of us who seek out and appreciate Los Angeles history bemoaned the loss or threatened loss of those places that help us feel and connect with its past? The big buildings on our main streets where important things happened. The small bungalows on our side streets where long ago families set down roots and grew. The favorite gathering spots that have anchored our neighborhoods for year after year after year. The wildness, whimsy and variety of our signs, structures and settings that make our city so textured and full of surprises despite its undeserved reputation for, and too many demolition-bent developers default to, blandness. Save the Cinerama Dome. That's been the rallying cry since news broke that the ArcLight cinemas and Pacific Theatres chains, long shuttered by the pandemic, were closing up shop for good. Last I checked, an online petition to keep the dome intact as a theater had gathered over 21,000 signatures. I love and support that concern for the dome and for its long service to cinema. I hold out hope that the noise people are making about it combined with a degree of protection already in place ultimately will keep the dome safe. I'm here to argue, however, that we need to spread this same preservation passion to so many other perhaps lesser known but greatly deserving places in our city. Many of us mourn communities and buildings and amazing history that the city should have held on to but didn't. But we still have a lot more to lose and so much more history to safeguard. And more of us need to play a role. You don't have to be a professional to fight to save something in LA that you think is worth saving. You can try to protect it before it is threatened. You can do historical research to strengthen the case you make for why it needs to be preserved. You can organize to safeguard your neighborhood's architectural history. You can stand up and shout, "This place matters." Just as I was writing to you about the dome and what it means to my Hollywood neighborhood, a new book by the person who directs the city's historic preservation efforts serendipitously landed on my doorstep. Ken Bernstein runs the Planning Department's Office of Historic Resources, Los Angeles Historic Preservation Program, as well as its Urban Design Studio, whose brief is to try to elevate the quality of public and private design in order to create a more vibrant, livable, walkable, and sustainable city. He spent 8 years as the Director of Preservation Issues for the Conservancy, the nonprofit whose countywide campaigns have been behind saving so much of value to people in our area. The Conservancy was founded in 1978, in fact, to fight the proposed demolition of our Central Library, a fight I think we're all glad was won.